Hey YouTubers, this is Jeff, the OT Dude, and I am going to go over the 5 things to get before starting OT school after learning from my experience. So it's 2021, a new year, and we are still in a pandemic, but this will not matter if you're physically going to classes or just staying home and learning online. Having these 5 things ready will help make your OT school journey smoother, less stressful, because let's be real, the OT program can be intense. We're going to jump right into it, so let's get functional. Do you remember learning about Maslow's hierarchy of needs? The first thing that comes to mind on that list is food, for me anyways. Yup, we all gotta eat. If you're like me, you get hangry and you're unable to function because you feel like you're becoming hypoglycemic or something and you just need to stay replenished. If you're lucky to live at home with your parents, which is awesome by the way because they can hook you up with fresh home-cooked meals, pack them for you, and do your laundry, all sorts of things. I'm not judging. That's actually one thing I miss about living at home when going to school. Otherwise, be very nice to your partners because they can help meal prep for you. You can even make it a bonding activity with them. If you live by yourself, then meal prepping is the key to success. This is a whole topic in itself, but this leads me to the first set of things you should get. Number 5, and that's a lunch bag. You know when you went to grade school? That kind of thing. What's different about 2021 is that market for cool and functional, keyword functional lunch bags is that there are many good ones on the market. The one feature it needs to have, I think, is cooling. Whether it's that kind where you stick the entire bag into the freezer or the kind where you freeze the reusable ice packs and just put them inside, I found that that kind where you take out the freezer bags is better in terms of keeping your food from becoming spoiled towards the end of the day. This allows you to overpack if you need, like for an exam, just in case, and not have the food go to waste because it can get pretty hot in summer. One dilemma I had was how big of a bag. I made the mistake of getting too small of one that could maybe just fit like a sandwich, a snack bar, banana, tops. That's probably not big enough. Costco had one that was really nice, it's medium size, and it has that cooling feature and the ability to expand. Yes, you can unzip the edges, kind of like those luggage bags, and make it bigger if you need to, kind of like an accordion. A soft type will be better than a fixed type, like the rigid kind, because the reason is you need to be able to have it stretch. You get the idea. Having a lunch bag will save you money from raiding the vending machine during exams or wasting time to go and get food during your lunch break, which could add to stress, make you late for class. You get the idea. Number 4, and that's water bottles. You guys all know that you gotta stay hydrated, especially during those days in labs during the summer where the room literally feels like it's a sauna. This goes for OT school as well as on the job where you have to stay hydrated, right? Now, everyone probably has a reusable water bottle these days, but make sure that it can keep your beverage cool or hot, like with a coffee mug, pretty much all day. I drank water and coffee, so I brought 2 to school. A bigger water bottle and a smaller coffee mug. Water bottles come in all shapes and sizes, so I recommend getting a medium-sized one as your campus probably has a refilling water station. Don't get like a gallon-sized one because water is very dense and probably heavier than your laptop. You don't want to lug that around. If you're shopping around for a new one, this is kind of a personal preference, but I recommend one again that is functional. If you can open it with one hand, that comes in very handy, which does things like you being able to write notes, be on the computer, talk on the phone, take a sip of water. I had one of those twist cap ones, which literally took like 15 seconds to open. You take a sip, and you gotta do the same thing because you wanna make sure you don't spill it and ruin your laptop, right? So, I'm not a really big fan of these anymore. The kind that I showed in the beginning is nice, but unfortunately I don't like it as much because it requires 2-hand operation. The one that I currently use is this one. I like it because it has a handle. So you can kind of use a carabiner, you can kind of hold it with a couple of fingers and hold your phone when you're getting out of your car and you got your car keys, your textbook, your gate belt. My favorite feature of this kind of water bottle is that it's single hand use. So you can literally pop it open. Ooh, that was a bit of a splash that came out here. And take a sip. The extra bonus feature that I like the most is that it has a built-in straw. So this allows you to drink it 2 ways. The traditional way, if you need basically a big gulp like from a cup, or if you're kind of lazy, you're laying in bed, or maybe you're driving, you don't want to obstruct your view and endanger the other motorists, you can take a sip and still see what's going on. So it is quite functional. It's time for Jeff's Insights. Backup. Yep, back all your stuff up. Towards the end of OT school, my classmate spilled hot tea all over his keyboard and it died on him. Totally devastating. Lost all his capstone research, notes, and everything. We had to send him all our lectures and he pretty much had to play catch up. So back up your stuff. Make a Google Drive folder and store everything in there related to school. Use iCloud or Dropbox. Just don't store stuff locally in one place like your computer's hard drive. Have a system in place and use it. That's the key. Like the saying goes, use it or lose it. So, computers. This will probably set you back about $1,000, but it is totally worth it. First, Windows or Mac. That's totally up to you. Faster isn't always better. The faster the processor is, the more power hungry your computer is, which means the faster that your battery will die. And you'll just be doing things like taking notes, Zoom calls, web browsing, stuff like that. If you're getting serious into video editing, then maybe a more powerful computer like a MacBook Pro would be better, but to be honest, you'll be just fine with something like a MacBook Air. I had a MacBook Air, an older generation with an 11-inch screen, and it was totally awesome. It was light, portable, and since it was smaller, I could fit it in with other things like Waterbottle on my desk without knocking it over because the laptop is so big. If you're looking into Windows, I like the Microsoft Surface as they're super portable and easy to carry around. The Dell XPS line is also very good for college students, so check that out too. The bottom line is that you want a computer with the longest battery life. What good is a laptop if it goes dead by late afternoon in lecture or something? Trust me, power outlets are a hot commodity these days, and you don't want to be worried about fighting for one in class when you gotta take notes and things like that. One pro tip is if you have a MacBook, those bricks that you plug into the wall, those white big square things, probably have a really short cord. Sometimes they come with an extension cord that you can swap out the connector prong and make it pretty much double as long. If you don't have one, you can buy one off of eBay. They're pretty much a couple bucks if you buy it used. And it pretty much doubles the extension cord length. So you can plug it pretty much like several feet away and not have to worry about being right next to the wall and hugging it. Number 2 is a functional set of headphones. Notice I didn't say super good quality. What's the use case? Well, in the library, coffee shop, while your partner is sleeping, for Zoom classes, listening to OTDUDE podcasts, you get the idea, or even when you exercise too. So now of course sound quality is important, but I recommend getting a pair of Bluetooth AirPods. Bluetooth will allow you to move around freely and bring these to the gym, on the treadmill, go on a run, without yanking off your phone from the machine and go flying onto the ground. You want one that can be used in either mono or stereo, so either for your left ear, your right ear, or both. These days, they all come with microphones too, so you can use it to talk on the phone, go on Zoom calls, FaceTime, without being that student who's causing that terrible feedback and making everyone go deaf. A popular choice is of course the Apple AirPods or the AirPod Pros. Now, these are a good set of headphones, but if you tend to lose things, it's probably not a good set of headphones to get because it'll be pretty painful if you lose it. I actually have a pair of Amazon cheapies, and these will set you back around probably 30 or 40 bucks. If you do get a pair on Amazon, some features to look for are long battery life, can be used in mono or stereo, has a microphone, water resistance, which some of the AirPods aren't even as good compared to these where they're rated higher, and if you ruin them, I mean, just get another pair, right? The last thing that I recommend is a personal care bag. What do I mean? A travel-sized cosmetic, toiletries, or makeup bag that contains everything you need to take care of yourself. Why? For those days you're having a horrible migraine in class, feeling a little under the weather, or for those annoying seasonal allergies. Some things I recommend are Tylenol, ibuprofen, allergy antihistamine, lactose intolerance pills, vitamin C, lotion, female hygiene products, a stick of deodorant or spray, and most importantly, mints or chewing gum for when you get up close during lab. That's it for this list of the 5 things I recommend you get before starting OT school that I found helpful from my experience as an OT student. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think or you're excited to get or have other ideas to bounce around. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.